Okay. So I woke up this morning, like literally just woke up. Um, I just had like the craziest moment. Um, all right. So as a kid, I was really into. Okay, as a kid, what am I talking about? I'm sorry. One second. I've always been into the thought of cell regeneration. Cell regeneration. Um, I was always really interested in that. There's something really cool about that. Like, reptiles, some reptiles, their tail, it'll be eaten by something else or whatever, and it just regenerates. It just regenerates its own self. Um, and I don't know why, but I know there's some crop circles. There's some crop circles, and whenever I look them up on the internet and I look at the picture, I always, I don't know how maybe it was somewhere in the news, but it's like whenever I see a triple helix, I always think of cell regeneration. I don't know, maybe that's somewhere. I don't really know how I know that. Anyway, so yeah, I think of cell regeneration. That's what I think of when you have like another strand or something um, on a DNA strand. Okay, work with me. I'm just really tired, or I just really woke up. I mean, I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so yeah. Uh, okay, so this is what happened. This is what happened. For a while now, I'm starting to realize just how ridiculous I am when I first wake up. Nothing works. Um, for a while now, I've been experimenting a lot with like what I eat and what it makes me feel like. I really concentrate. Well, not concentrate. It's like I take a second. I can feel the energy distribution or energy attractive repulsive force with fabrics really easily. My hands are very sensitive, so are my feet. So it's like whenever I touch something with one hand, both hands doesn't matter. Like immediately I can feel like I don't know if it's like the energy field, like the electron field or something. Same thing with people. I can feel the pulse of energy that moves through them from me to them. Um, I go so fast. I forget what I say. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm constantly doing this whole experimental, like science stuff. By paying attention a little bit more when I do something different, I always sort of check in. I got this ritual. I uh, I eat something, and then I smoke a cigarette, and then I go upstairs and I take a shower, and it's like then I go outside. And the way that I look at it is like I I eat something, right? I put fuel in the system, and then I exhaust. I smoke. I use synergy. One of my videos talks about that. I go outside, I smoke. I go upstairs and I take a shower. So I don't really know why I do that, but I do that. I feel like it cleans my energy field or something. I'm not really. No, that's what I think it does. What I feel like it does. What I feel like it does is um, it's like you bless the water. The water blesses you. You give thanks to that element. You give thanks to the water element. Because when I get in the shower, I just sort of squat down like a little animal. I got my legs all like this, you know, and I just sort of like get small. I get really small, and I feel the water on my back, and in that moment I feel like an animal or something. So I don't know why I do that intuitively. It just relaxes my spine. It feels like it aligns my spine. Um, yeah, I don't know why I do that, but I know that intuitively, it's like giving thanks to the water molecule. Water is amazing. It's a pretty amazing element, and I'm welling up right now just by talking about it. It's like they're giving thanks to my eyeballs. Um, that's cool. So, you know, I think that's why I do that. So, I take the shower. You know, in that moment, it's like, you know, I thank the water thanks me. I bless water, water blesses me. And it's like when I say bless the water, what I picture in my head is like, what I picture in my head is my energy, my electrons or something, you know? I feel as if whatever decision I made, ooh, I just had a picture in my head. Whatever decision that I make is like in my actual aura, my energy field. And by washing water over my aura energy field, it's like it takes that color. Well, no, it's not like it takes that color. I can actually see the color sometimes, you know? I must have been really spaced out last night because I didn't even think to look at my aura color. I can see it in the water, like when either way, but I like to I like to be like an animal, and I get down real low, like this, you know, and I lean forward until my hands are touching the bottom of the tub floor. Wow, this is really hard to focus. Um, yeah, I do that, and the water runs down my body, and I see it, you know, in the stream, in the tub, and the color. I can actually see the color of whatever my aura is. And then it's like what I imagine in my mind is that now this water is infused with that thought, that change in the system, and it moves into the actual earth. It like literally goes into the system that we live in, because it, you know, goes into the drain, then it goes out to everything. That thought, you know what I mean? And it's not just the thought, and it's not just the aura. What it is being aware of that. By being aware of that whole process, that really makes a difference. So, uh, okay, so once I did that, I got up, or I got out of there. I felt like $1,000,000, felt really good. I went downstairs, and then, you know what, I'm really trying hard to put this to put this picture together. I'm having a hard time. Crap. Crap. Oh, okay. So, um, so what I did was, I did something different last night. There was something else that I did different. I did something totally different. I changed up my entire, like, eating, my entire something. Oh, this is what happened. Okay, now I remember. Okay, so I was I was smoking a cigarette that I don't normally smoke. I was smoking. I was eating food that I don't normally eat. This is what I was doing. I miss certain people so much. I miss certain people so much. Like my mom that is in another realm right now. Like Marty, like my roommate. It's like I emulate people so much, like Tabitha, she's like a best friend for so long. And she lives in Arizona. And I got, a friend in Ohio. And I got friends in Pennsylvania. And I got friends in Florida, or family in Florida. I mean, and St. Louis. And New Mexico. I have so many friends and so much family all over the U.S. And I miss them. I miss them all the time. And I think, damn, why aren't they? Wow. Damn, why do I gotta go so far, Like, why can't we all just be, you know what I mean? Why can't we just all be closer? And so I emulate them. I miss them so much, I do things that remind me of them. I'm welling up again. Yeah. I miss them so much that sometimes I do things because it reminds me of them. Which is interesting, because that's intention. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing. It's all about intention. So, so, okay, yeah. So this is what happened, right? So last night, that was just a backstory. So last night, this is what set it off. I got these like cheetah pajama thingies. I don't know. They're like onesies, right, with the zip up thing. And okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying. Okay, I gotta wake up. I gotta wake up. You know what? I think I'm just too warm. Okay. Okay, this is better. Okay, this is a little better. I'm moving so much. Sorry. Okay, let's try this again. All right, so I'm in these like these onesies footy pajamas, right? I decide, you know what? I don't want to smoke this other cigarette that my roommate smokes. I want to be myself. I can still remember these people. So, because I realized that whatever I was smoking his kind of cigarette, I didn't feel very good. I felt really weird. So I was like, well, maybe it's just not right for my system. And, the spirit was like, look, we understand you have the right intentions of doing what you're doing, but you have to remember why you chose certain, food products and a certain cigarette or a certain drink that you like for a reason. They're like, there's a reason why your system in particularly, likes these items. So they're like, you have to respect why you like what you like, because that is your planetary alignment, that's your system. And I was like, okay, fair enough. It's like I have to feel this validation to understand what to do, and they're like, but you always know what to do. You've always known exactly what it is that you like. There's no question about it. People's taste buds. It's like they decide whatever it is that they like, and it's like you figure out what you like once you try it out or whatever. I don't know. I don't know everything. But I know this is what I experienced. So I was like, yay, because now I can finally just do what I was doing, and instead of just missing these people and emulating it, which is totally beautiful, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I was like missing my own self, So I got the onesies on. Totally got the onesies on. Well, not right now, but I did. And I put on a jacket, I got, like, it's cold outside, I got a scarf, I got the hat, man, I'm decked out, right? I just throw on my slippers, I'm walking over to, there's like a Dunkin' Donuts / gas station. I go up in there, I order a blueberry coffee, which I had like 2 sips of, but I wanted blueberry for some reason. I got, a pack of Parliaments, and then I'm like literally shaking like this, like as if I had a tail. Like I just do it and it sticks. Really, I have like a friend that does that too. He just sort of goes like this when he's all happy and stuff. So, okay. Okay. It's telling me to calm my jets. Oh. Okay. Okay. So, this is what is wrong with me right now. Okay, so I Colby. Um fuck. Um so coffee. Coffee parliaments. Okay. Coffee parliaments. So I walk back to the house, you know, and I immediately look at the stars, and I take a sip of the coffee, and I'm like, yeah. That's funny. I just realized something. I chose blueberry coffee because it reminds me of my Uncle Bruce. He's like a god. He's my godfather. So that's funny. I mean, I still like blueberry, but that's really funny. You know, I never really thought about it. Maybe I should go back to pumpkin. That's so funny. Alright, well, I just realized something else. Yeah. Ow, son of a Colby, come on. Easy with the nails. Okay, so, geez, ADD. Okay, so, getting back. I had a sip of the coffee. I had, like, you know, a cigarette. That's what had happened. I had a cigarette, and then I took a shower. That's why I took the shower. That's why. Because I, I drank something. I had smoked a cigarette. And then I took a shower. Man, I don't know. Maybe I should prepare a little more before I do this as soon as I wake up. So this has got to be hilarious to watch, or boring. I'm not sure. Okay, so I I went inside. What did I do when I went inside? Holy crap! I can hear a totally different frequency right now. Wow, that's wild. Okay. It sounds like a dial tone. Like, you know that sound when you call. It's like that computer sound that um it's like that really annoying fax machine sound when you call somebody up, and wow, that's weird. That's really weird. Okay, it just happened like a second ago. Um uh Barfanoogle. So crap. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna skip to what happened this morning. I'm sorry. You know, I'm trying to wake up. Getting all frustrated with myself right now. Okay, so this is what happened that made me want to write this. Okay, so I ate bread. I took a shower. I ate bread. I ate bread and I ate mayonnaise. And it was like, as soon as I started eating it, I was like hungry for that in particular. And this is what I was actually eating before I started like any of this, which was like only in August. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. But that's like what I was into, was pita bread and mayonnaise. Pita bread, mayonnaise, and I was into kale, but I was like, why add to the system if I don't have to? So that's why I just had the pita bread and the mayonnaise. So I ate that, and it was like my system wanted it really bad, because I had already eaten before I even ate that, but there was something about that food that like immediately clicked. Immediately clicked, and it was like, yeah, and it just kind of like grabbed it right away. And I could feel it in my stomach. I could feel it was like immediately sucked into my system, which is like wild. It was so wild. It was a different experience than anything I was I don't know what it was. It was totally crazy. So I sit there, and I grab my Dr. Pepper. I got Dr. Pepper in there. I love Dr. Pepper. And it was like, even when I drank Dr. Pepper, it was like, it literally took it in immediately. I don't know how to explain that. But it was like my system wanted that so bad that it literally was like grabbing it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I was forcing it in my gullet. It was literally grabbing it into my system, which is wild. So that happened, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just eating this pita bread and mayonnaise and Dr. Pepper, and then I'm like, okay, I think I'm tired now. So I go back upstairs, and then I try to lay down, and it takes a little while to get comfortable because there's so much in my system. But I went to sleep finally, and then I woke up. And it was like I felt fizzy. I felt like my cells were really fizzy. And in that moment, I saw a picture of like the water being attracted to atoms. Yeah, my own cellular replication is attracted to water. So it's like, whatever I can imagine, or whatever my highest form, whatever the ultimate form is that I want to become, or that I am originally, is like trusting the system will know exactly what to do with it, and like realizing exactly what it is you want to look like, or whatever. And by giving thanks to water, the water blesses you by knowing, hey, that's like the cellular memory of Adam. Maybe, the water just wants to make you happy. Like, the water just wants to make you happy. It's an open channel. Water is just an open channel. And it loves to do whatever it is you want to do. Maybe that's the reason why so many people look so different. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like their thought patterns or something. Because, there's studies about thought and water and how it changes the shape of it and the color and stuff. That's really interesting. I didn't think of that. Yeah. So this is what I wrote this down. Water molecule attracted to other atoms, cellular replication, cell regeneration. Drink the water. The system knows exactly what to do. So, yeah, that's what I experienced, and I could feel it. It was like my cells were fizzing, like I imagine they're like this, Well, yeah, I don't know if you can see that. They're like fizzing around and just fizzing around all over my body, and I could feel it. And I woke up and I was like parched, like my heart was like super excited, and I was like, wow, like I just gotta run around all crazy, right? But then, like, as soon as I stop moving and I sit down and I'm like, I gotta record this, this is important. It's like, it's so hard for me to just get back into my hyper self. I don't know. It's like I couldn't even see out of my right eye for like a long time. And I remember that was the side that was really tired last night. Was my right side, which I envisioned being my spiritual side. So that's what that. It's like the pictures that really mean a lot to me. Is that I could feel that my cells were replicating, or the cells were being washed with water. Whoa! I just thought of something. So it's like when I take a shower and I know that I can see my own aura, like the energy field, right? It goes into the system. It's almost like, you know, the smaller things, the bigger things are the smaller things, and it's like little teeny tiny cells inside my body are literally showering in water, and in the water that's already in my system. And it's like it washes their aura. That's why they say, that's why Spirit keeps telling me think positive and know that it's always for a reason. Because it's like, by washing my aura, the other cells, the other atoms in your, by Adam washing his aura, atoms wash their aura, and then that positive thought, that that you think about the water touching you, your little atoms are thinking the same thing in your body. Holy cow. Why didn't I think of that? This is probably why they told me just make a video. That is so crazy to think about. Haha. That's cool though. Whoa. And I feel like that's the reason why things can happen immediately. Why your cellular form can change immediately. Why the system changes so quickly, immediately, like our environment and everything, because it's that simple. It's that simple. It's like, okay. Alright, so I'm good with that. I'm gonna stop right there. I have to pee. It's that morning pee. Alright, so thank you for watching, and I'm sorry my thoughts weren't all together on that. I try to do it in the moment, and sometimes the moment I'm like, I don't know. Okay. Anyway, thank you for watching.